All right. There has been a lot of eyeless PR regarding the grand scheme of things in regards to global economics and market trends. So I want to get into that a lot, but I want to start with a simple question that is on the minds of shareholders. Can you explain a little bit about the Finra process in regards to the name change and share with us where you are at in that process?
All right, sure. Yeah, good question. So just thinking back, we submitted our form to Finra on the 22nd of December last year. I think we might have confirmed that, or it might have been noticed by the market. I can't remember exactly. And then on the 10th of January this year, we received a response from them with a series of questions, which we have 90 calendar days to answer, to respond to those questions, right? So the majority of the questions pertain to the business prior to us taking over. So, for example, questions like confirmation of the appointment of a previous executive in the business prior, right? So you can imagine those are painstaking questions. It's kind of like me asking you to, I don't know, provide the deed for your father's house, which was bought back in 1975. And it might be possible for you to obtain that, but, you know, and I'm not saying this is true, but perhaps if your father was poor at admin and didn't have his house in order, so to speak, you know, you might not be able to provide that exact document. So that's not your fault, but it also doesn't mean you can't do what's needed either, but you've got to work through that, right? So there's things like that. And, you know, there's also questions about appointments in our business and various things along those lines. So anyway, we're working through that. The deadline for the response is the 10th of April, well, I guess the 9th, if you include the day that they emailed the questions back to us. I obviously can't guarantee, Eric, that they'll approve it, or if they may have further questions, since, you know, we obviously didn't, you know, run the business in 2016, for example. So we can only do our level best to answer the questions with the information that we have. And as I said previously in a video, I think that we did, or it might have been in one of my podcasts, the application wasn't declined, I think, as some attention seekers, you know, on the internet suggest. The process is ongoing. So one would be inclined to think that having audited financials and being SEC reporting, you know, would all stand in our favor. But of course, I can't say for certain. I think what is very clear is that we've done a lot to clean the business up and put some very real and quite considerable assets into it, probably for the first time in its history. So, you know, hopefully it moves forward as it should.